If you want to become a profitable trader, then for a certainty, you need to master price action. This is compulsory. Now, there are three things that we are going to talk about that you need to understand. One is the psychology of a candlestick psychology. You also need to understand order block and liquidity graph. And part of what we are going to cover today is going to put leg in what we discussed last week. So, which we talk about multiple time frame analysis. So please pay good attention for this part so you can fully understand what we are talking about at this point. Time frame analysis is going to be part of it, but today we are considering candlestick psychology, order block, and liquidity. So if you are ready, then let's go. I hope you're ready. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Comment I'm ready. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to take is candlesticks psychology. Candlesticks psychology. When you hear the word candlestick psychology, what does it mean? Now, this is the interpretations of the market sentiment, what the market is actually telling us at that particular time. It is known as the psychology. Whatever the market is telling us at that time is known as the psychology. Whether it is a bullish trend or is a selling trend, that specific information at that particular time frame, it is known as the psychology of the candle. So a candlestick has information like what you can see on the screen right now. We have four different kinds of candles. We have a Marabuzo candle. This particular candle you're seeing here is known as a Marabuzo. This particular candle is a Marabuzo candle. We have an engulfing candle. This is an engulfing candle. This is an hammerhead. And this is a shooting star. Now, all these candles are actually telling us something in the market. So when we see it in the market now, most traders simply buy when they see a green candle. No. We don't do that. The candles have what they are telling us. You see, when you buy simply because you're seeing a green candle, that is why you lose. Most traders lost money in the market because they think, oh, the market is confusing. When you buy, they sell, they buy. No. When you understand the psychology of a candle, you understand the story behind the chart. You understand what the chart is saying at this particular time. You're seeing this candle at this particular place. Why is it here? What is it telling you? Your ability to understand this is going to sharpen your edge. That means you understand what is happening in the market. You're able to understand what the key players are doing. Most traders lost money because they're actually trading a singular candle without understanding the story behind that particular candle. Now let's take, for example, we have four different candles here. This is a Marabuzo candle. A Marabuzo candle is telling you that buyers are the one in charge of everything. They have taken over the market 100%. We have an engulfing candle. Now this other candle you're seeing here is an engulfing candle. This engulfing candle is actually telling you that buyers are in control, but 80%. So sellers were trying to push in. But in the first one, sellers were not able to do anything. But in the second candle, sellers are able to do small, but buyers are still in control. Now we step over to this hammerhead. If you're seeing this hammerhead at the support zone, that is telling you that buyers has taken over. Yes, that the market has rejected going down. If you're seeing this particular shooting star at the resistance level, what is it telling you? What it's telling you is simply that sellers has more or less taken over. That buyers wanted to go up, but sellers pushed the price down. You understand now? So you're not just buying because you're seeing candle. You're buying because this candle and the position you're seeing makes you understand something. Beginners just buy. No, professionals don't do like that. Professionals ask why. You should not just professional, profitable traders ask why. Who caused this candle to move? Why is this candle like this? This is the question that we ask. If you're going to become a profitable trader, then this is the question you need to ask. So anytime you get to the chart, anytime you see a candle, you should be able to ask this question: why do we have this candle here? Who makes this move? Yes, because when you ask that question, you're going to understand something. Was it a real buy trade? Was it a real buy or a real sell? Was it a liquidity that the market is about to get? If it is so, then we can talk about it. Is the market really buying or the market is getting liquidity? This is a question you need to understand and be able to answer before making your trade decision. If you're not able to answer this question, you cannot make a good trade decision. Now, when we talk about psychology, look at what plays out here. This is psychology. Look at what is playing out right now. Good. Now, where is this candle popping up? Let's start with this first one. The market was selling, and once it gets to a support zone, it brings out the engulfing candles. Can you see these engulfing candles? This is showing happening. This engulfing candle, this particular one, this engulfing candles happening at a support zone is telling you a reversal. But if these engulfing candles, these particular engulfing candles you're seeing here, this particular engulfing candle, if it should happen here, not yet at the support zone, then it is not valid. It's not valid. So you don't work with that. You work at it at which point? Or this one, this is an hammerhead. Just you can see this hammerhead. And this hammerhead forming at this point of interest, is a place known as point of interest. If this hammerhead is being found at the point of interest, like the support zone, yes, or an order block, or a fair value gap, if it happens in those places, then it becomes a sensitive area. We need to understand the psychology. What is this candle telling us? Look at this hammerhead popping up here at the support zone. It gives us this other candles pops up as a confirmation that this candle is actually going up. Candlestick psychology is simply referring to what language is the market telling us at this particular time. What is the language that the market is telling us? So we are not just buying, we are not just selling. We are able to interpret what the market is actually telling us. And with that, we are able to come up with a precise entry. The market on its own does not move on a random. No, it is a battle between buyers and sellers. Now, this is the part that retail traders do not understand. Retail traders are just buying and selling, but they do not understand that there is a serious battle. For example, if an institution wants to buy, let's say they want to buy something of a large volume, they need people that are willing to sell. It's just like you go to the market to buy clothes and there's nobody that's willing to sell. Will you buy? That is it. So it is always a battle. If you're able to understand these three things I'm going to teach you today in this training, that is candlestick psychology, order block, and liquidity grab, you'll be able to see the charts in a different way. You'll be able to see the market the way profitable traders are seeing. You'll be able to see it the way it is. You no longer see it as if they're against you. No. So these three things we're going to talk about in this particular training is very, very important. So if you want to become a profitable trader, then make sure you don't allow anything to distract you from this particular training. Watch the recorded version and watch it again and again and again for you to have a better understanding. That's just nothing but the truth. And this is the advantage that you have for paying for this training, because this is not just a random training. No, it's not a random training. It's a training that you need to understand.